Tragedy strikes. During Himiko's magic show. And Ryoma is killed. Shoichi must now complete the new trial to fulfill Kaede's wish. Yeah, what I just said. A thin line divides heaven and hell. Sure. So, change difficulty. Yeah, I am on mean. I thought it says I was on normal or something. I'm on mean. Don't screw with me, game. Anyways, your handbook. Do you mean like the whole handbook, or do you mean just the... Okay, gotcha. Evidence. I mean, I don't really need a refresher. I'm pretty good to go. Hi everybody, Renegade68 here, I guess I should say. With some more Let's Play Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony for the class trial this time. Insect meet and greet. Yeah, we got a lot of alibis going on. That's gonna play a big part, I'm sure. Oh man, it's really sunk in with me now. Ryoma's dead, guys. He was like the coolest of bros. Man, that sucks. Whoever killed him is a big jerk face, and I'm not gonna like them. But yeah, best guess, I'm still gonna go with Korekyo. I mean, at the moment, because like, and here's part of the reason why. Danganronpa so far has very much flip-flopped on kill-to-kill gender ratios. Just take a look at history. Danganronpa 1, Case 1, guy kills girl. Case 2, guy kills girl. Ha! Guy kills guy. Case 3, girl kills 2 guys. Case 4, girl kills herself. Danganronpa 2, guy kills guy, case 1. Case 2, girl kills girl. Case 3, girl kills 2 girls. Case 4, guy kills guy. Case 5, guy kills himself, kinda, sorta. And now with this game, Case 1, girl killed guy, so Case 2, since a guy is the dead one, it seems pretty unlikely that a girl killed him, because that would be repeating the same, you know, killer to victim gender ratios in Case 1. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it has not happened yet in Danganronpa's history. So I think it's more likely a dude is the killer. If we look at it that way, that eliminates Kurumi, which is part of the reason I want to think that way. That leaves Kibo, Korekyo, Kokichi, Gonta, and Kaito. I'm pretty damn sure it's not Kaito. There were too many death flags for him that if he wasn't the victim, it would be too obvious if he was the killer, I feel. So that leaves Gonta, Kokichi, Korekyo, and Kibo. Kokichi feels too interesting. Like, he stirs up trouble a lot. And considering our other troublemakers, like, were pretty much Rantaro and Ryoma, and they're gone. I mean, Rantaro especially, but they can't really get rid of him. I mean, they could, but he brings up the fun level, so I don't think they would. And that would just leave Gonta, Korekyo, and Kibo. And Kibo and Gonta we both know to be kind of pacifists, which means unless they're lying hardcore, I don't think they would kill someone, at least not to the extent that they did. Also, we know I believe we know that Kibo, like, he's not waterproof, so that would be pretty hard for him anyways. So that really just leaves Korekyo. This could be completely wrong, but that's my gut instinct right now. I don't have anything specifically pointing to him. It's more just a process of elimination, but we'll have to wait and see on that front. Anyways, though, skills. We have room for a little bit more, and we also have 12 more things to buy stuff with. Is there anything... Oh, there's something worth 16, but we're not going to worry about that right now, I don't think. Increases the time limit in each phase. I don't really have to worry about the time limit, though. Let's go bottom up, because I like bottom up. High tension. Tension gauge will increase at a faster rate. No, if it's just one segment, I don't care. Safety first. Removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. Oh, it's just one section, don't care much. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during Blade Lock. No, I don't want to make Blade Lock easier. I like, Rebuttal Showdown. Increases the amount of letter cubes be acquired at once. No. Gambit, no. Keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. Instantly silences loud voices. I don't wanna get rid of the fun though. I'm trying to not kill the fun when I pick these abilities. Reveal viewpoint, effective during non-stop and mass panic debate. Oh, no, again, that makes it too easy. I don't know. It's like, I don't want to make it too easy. I want to... but these ones I can't get. Slowly recovers. Oh, that's cheating. I might get that one. That one's not really cheating. But I can't afford that one. Which just leaves... Oh yeah, the upshift, the downshift. Cool and composed. Makes the reticle shake less, effective during non-stop and mass panic debate. Can't be combined with tranquility. Okay, and then charisma. Increases the amount of influence recovered by right answers. Oh, I might go for that one. Makes the reticle shake less. I don't really mind the shaking. Can't afford lost in thought, and that's all of them, man. Increases the amount of influence recovered by right answers. I'll go for that one. That's simple, but sure. Make it so I get game overs less, maybe. And then we'll go ahead and equip that. And that's good to go for the time being. And we're go. We are go. Begin class trial, baby. Yes. All rise!
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial.
They even have Mono Kid there! Oh, that's funny. Glad that he's not being ignored.
During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person...
Interesting to note that Kaito is beside Shuichi. It's like they saw it coming, them being partners, sort of. I mean, well, of course they saw it coming, but it's like, it's interesting. Also, Shuichi's next to Miyu, like on a sort of ship, so it's like, the pairings work out, yeah. Oh yeah, it is interesting though that Shuichi's like on the opposite side of Kaede. But, and then Kurumi's right next to Kaito, so they're like the three amigos, you know how, each game kind of has like a main three, yeah, because like Danganronpa 1 kind of had, what was it? Danganronpa 1, the main three were Makoto, Kyoko, Byakuya. Danganronpa 2, it was Hajime, Chiaki, and Nagito. Maybe in this game it would be Shuichi, Kaito, Kurumi. I can hope, if Kurumi doesn't die in this case. Like, there's so much pointing to it, but anyways.
I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone.
Yes, sir, Monokuma, sir.
Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
Because of the way you said that, I'm not gonna, riff on you for saying the same thing over and over.
I think we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
And Tanko's gonna cut you off?
Let's combine our power and work together, everyone!
And you just... Yep. Not only do you cut him off, you completely ignore what he's saying. It's so funny that they're next to each other. I don't know. If Tenko lives to the end, it'll be best if she has a dynamic with either, in this case, Kokichi, I guess, but probably a more lasting one with Anji, because Anji is also going after Himiko's booty, but, I don't know. It'll make her more enjoyable overall. I mean, altogether, I think she's the least enjoyable character, but still.
The person who's most suspicious is...
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
How long is this gonna go on for?
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
Yup.
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me!
We also can't have a bad one, though. Well, I mean, I guess we can, but bad is a matter of perspective.
Huh? I'm not interrupting you.
We just happen to be speaking at the same time. It's like a mass panic debate, right?
Whatever you have to say is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E.
Himiko seems suspicious.
Wow, Anji said that. Maybe she just wanted to get it out there, but what was she going to say? I'm actually not sure. I was thinking about it. All males want to talk about is S.E. I don't know where she was going with that. It's not boobs. It's not vagina. I really don't know where she was going with that. S.E.? I got nothing. I have no idea what the S.E. was about to lead into.
Yeah?
Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko?
Maybe she's just, doing it to lighten the mood.
Aren't you her friend?
I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me.
That is extremely suspicious. It is happening at the beginning of the trial, though, but it's also happening at the beginning of the trial, so maybe they're going to make us forget partway through. But I'll remember, that is suspicious, Anji, and I already think you're extra suspicious. I think it'd be too obvious it was her, though.
He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
I will say, if it's Anji, I'll think that's too predictable and I'll be disappointed. If it's Himiko, though, that I actually think will be a twist at this point, because everyone's saying, well, duh, it's Himiko.
You should thank him, lest he pour his holy wrath upon you all.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me.
Yeah, I think he's probably got something. Atua seems like a very, harem-type god. My kind of god, almost.
I'll protect Himiko!
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
True.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
No, she didn't. Can I object to that, please?
His body appearing in the water tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part. It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
And it's only natural to suspect Anji by extension, because she is probably the most likely person to have figured out Himiko's trick, just saying.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick.
Gosh. I wondered if this, oh man, I didn't really think about it. This coming up as a murder trial thing where she had to give in to the magic, but I thought it was just gonna be a quirk. But wow, she's actually gonna have to crumble. We're gonna have to force her to crumble.
It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny. You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle. Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
The way you're talking is very suspicious, which makes me suspect you less? I don't know.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
I have a decent clue how she did the trick, but I'm just not sure who took advantage of it.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
Then can you explain how the magic worked, at least?
Maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
No, we won't, unless we all want to die.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone.
You sure? I'm pretty sure you thought Kaede was cute, too.
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I expected, the others suspect Himiko. Mm-hmm. As I didn't suspect, though, no one seems to be pointing the finger at least a little bit at Anji, honestly. I have my doubts. I can't let the case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me! I'm the main character, listen to me! Oh boy, Monokuma File 2 Scratch Hagar Square Class Plane.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
That's fancy.
The culprit used the underwater escape trick. to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
It's not a trick, it's
After
magic.
That, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
Eaten to bone by piranhas. Savage way to go.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
We heard you the first time, Titless. No one cares.
That was well delivered. I really like that line. Okay, I was just trying to listen to the whole conversation just because it seemed really fun. Let me actually try to pay attention now to what's going on. That is a fact, but that doesn't mean it was the cause of death. Wait, what's a fact? Did I read that? Oh, I can't press the big middle button. Ah!
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
Eaten to bone by piranhas.
Oh wait, he wasn't eaten alive.
Savage.
Oh, is that what I have to object to? That seems pretty obvious, but it is the first thing. Cause of death is... So we just go with this one then?
Which way to go?
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
I can't believe we could agree with that. I would
We
love
heard
to,
you the
but...
first time, Titless. No one cares.
Alright. How do I speed up again? God, new trial. I forgot everything. How do I speed up? Circle button. Right, and then I hold down R1 to concentrate for the V point, and then I shoot. Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Right, because that's awkward as fuck. That's right.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. Underwater to pull off a sneaky Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was...
Nope. Fuck, where's the V? Ugh. Yeah!
That's wrong! No, Ryoma's death was not caused by the piranhas.
He was already drowned. I mean, it doesn't really change anything, but it's a fact.
The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
It's honestly a nitpick. It really shouldn't even need to be brought up, but sure.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
I mean, okay, no, it does matter, but still.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
You didn't check the file, you lying sack of shit.
You lying little brat! Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male.
Wow, then his degenerate level must be over 9,000.
So what? Ryoma drowned, Himiko changed places with him, and then the piranhas ate him, right?
Bit more complicated than that.
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
Depends on how big his lung capacity was.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
And also, if he was forcibly being drowned, you could probably drown someone in a minute. But, I mean, it depends if, like... Anyways. When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously... before the show started. During the show, after the piranhas drowned. Before the show started. God damn, it's triangle!
That's it!
I keep wanting to press X to confirm. It's still weird to me.
Ryoma was already drowned before the show started.
What game is X not confirmed? I get triangle being the truth bullet, but X being confirmed just seems more... blech.
Agreed.
You would agree.
Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water.
You would agree because you're the murderer? Maybe.
To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever.
Because you are already dead. Oh, that's right. His handcuffs on his hat wound up. Somehow his handcuffs on his hat was magically taken off and put on his wrists. Well, I mean, they weren't taken off, but like they were spawned maybe from there. If they were taken off, the handcuffs wouldn't be there on his hat anymore, but you know what I mean.
Yes. By that point, He had already joined the ranks of the dead.
So in a way, him being eaten by piranhas was the part that was just for show.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
Yes, I think it was hidden with the piranhas. The question is, why didn't they eat him back then? Maybe they were too squished in. But wouldn't the piranhas closest to him eat him? Unless they were like deliberately faced away. That sounds complex. I guess it's possible.
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
Yep.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body?
There was a place above the stage.
Oh, wait! Himiko should know since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Yeah, it would be more helpful if, Himiko told us, but Kokichi doesn't have to be a Kokichi about it.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
'Cause it's magic.
I sympathize, girl, but, this is life or death stuff.
Maybe it really was magic.
That's a fun running gag.
Shut up.
That'll be Maki's contribution to this trial.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Yeah, I suppose.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
You take that fucking back. A drunk dad's ramblings are pretty heavy shit, woman.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
Let him vent? Maybe he should just stop drinking after a while. I mean, look, if he has a hard day and he wants to drink a bit, fine. But, drinking, hard every single day, at a certain point you gotta stop.
Man, we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
Then let's work together to reveal the secret behind Himiko's trick!
Wouldn't you be the one who knows it most likely because of... Yeah.
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. 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 Magic.
When she says it like that, I kind of want to believe her.
Oh no! It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
And you would know.
Aren't incantations usually more, complicated than that?
You don't know that. That's just from your anime and shit. Real life incantations are way simpler. Anyway, first we need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can figure that out, this case is gonna go somewhere. To say the reverse of what he just said. The inverse. Yeah. Stop, let's go. Starts. Start the non-stopping. Scratch, Janko, square bus.
How did Himiko escape the water
Brandis.
tank?
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
It must be real magic!
Yeah! Real escape magic!
Maybe there were two Himikos. And one of them was Sumugi in disguise.
Hey, my costumes aren't disguises.
No proof of that yet still. But okay, it looks like that's not where the conversation's going. I think the correct answer is to Maki's statement. When she says there might have been an escape hatch. Because see, I just immediately saw crayon piranhas and I'm like, that's how they hid the body. But right now we're not talking about how they hid the body, so that's relevant, I guess. That's right, there was a similar water tank. Okay, yeah, you gave it away. Thank you. Thank you, I get it. I understand now.
How did Himiko escape the water tank?
Maybe she just climbed.
Okay, here's the question. There's a square glass plane. A square glass plane that was at the bottom of the piranha tank with Grandma's body. Other bits of glass were scattered. So it might be that one. What's the other one?
Out and no one noticed.
Nah, she definitely would have.
Water tank trick. A hatch near the top that opens the water escape tank. So I'm not sure if it wants me to go for glass plane or water tank trick, but I'm gonna go for water tank trick at the moment.
Been caught.
Perhaps the mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
Oh, yeah!
I agree.
I agree with all the ladies, what? And the dudes sometimes, when they're not killers.
Maki is correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
At least there was an escape hatch on the spare tank. Which means the other tank might have been turned upside down?
I see. So it did have one.
Was that just a good guess, or are you the killer?
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
What?
No! Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
Did you just say mind over strength? But you're way more, brawn than brain. Whatever.
What do you mean?
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical degenerate male.
And that would just be the typical frickin' stereotypical woman, wouldn't it? Just to think that, oh, you know the man is wrong, and you're gonna tell them that they're wrong, but you're not gonna tell them why they're wrong. You're just gonna beat around the bush. Typical stereotypical woman, am I right?
I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Note that I said stereotypical. I'm not saying actually that... Anyways. Okay. Blade, go. I've forgotten how this works. What? What are we doing? Right, okay.
The side of the tank.
So, okay, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right. So, how do we move the direction of it again? I'll figure it out by doing it. Yeah, like that.
Doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape.
Oh yeah, this is awkward.
She didn't use an escape hatch.
Because it was magic?
I know she didn't do that. And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Yeah, fuck! Blade lock! Oh, that's right, I got spam! I'm bad at spamming, but it worked! I'm probably gonna fail the later ones, but it'll work.
Wait a second. Before you punch me...
Green text, that's all.
What makes you so sure she didn't?
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her! There would have been water everywhere!
Water everywhere.
That wouldn't be magical at all! The whole trick would be ruined! With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you!
It's true that if she opened the tank, water would come rushing out. That's exactly why there was a second step to this trick. If I figure out why the hatch was in the exact spot...
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her! There would have been water everywhere!
Oh!
I'll cut through your words!
Yeah! Water by the staircase, or whatever that was. That works.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water.
Man, I gotta have my remote close by from now on, so that whenever those rebuttal showdowns start up, I can turn the volume up. Because goddamn it, I love that song.
The staircase that was attached to the water tank.
I guess I can just listen to it in editing or something.
Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch.
Ah, I see. So this... Okay. Gotcha. So, the escape hatch on the real tank, not the substitute one, it was being hidden from view by the staircase? And so maybe the staircase was some kind of magic staircase she could walk into? Okay. That makes things a lot simpler. But that doesn't explain the rope and the pool thing. So maybe that's related specifically to how Ryoma was killed and has nothing to do with her trick? Maybe.
Meaning, the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase.
Gotcha. What does the rope have to do with it, though?
Inside staircase? His body was in stairs?
No, Himiko's body was.
Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater.
And we just ignore Gonta.
There was a curtain covering the tank during the performance, allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected.
I see. Sneaky, sneaky. But we didn't notice any kind of trapdoors when we were investigating the staircase. I guess because it's a magician's trick, so, yeah.
Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
Right.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
Must be at the bottom of the staircase, that's why there was a puddle there.
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us.
We never got proof of that in our evidence, but sure.
It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
That does make sense, but some will obviously come out when you're getting out because you're fucking wet and shit.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
And we did see a puzzle. I'm getting a puddle, and I'm guessing if a murder didn't occur, Himiko would have done her best to clean up that puddle, so we wouldn't have figured out the trick, because she wants us to actually believe it's real magic. And aside from that, magicians in general don't want you figuring out their trick. So, yeah. All right. I dig it.
That would explain why there was a puddle around the stairs.
Doesn't explain the rope yet, but I guess that just has to do with how Ryoma was killed, I suppose.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
And she must have changed them. But where did she hide the spare pair? Inside the stairs, maybe?
Ha ha, bitch! Caught you soaking wet and red-handed!
Just because we figured out her trick doesn't mean we've proved her that she's the killer. Oh! She's definitely looking red. What? This doesn't mean she's the killer, it just means we figured out her trick.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
She had a spare prepared. We all have a bunch of spares in our closet. Behold, the magnificent underwater escape!
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
A very tricky form of magic. No, magic had nothing to do why her clothes weren't wet. Although it's true that her hair and stuff wasn't wet, so I guess that's what she was doing with the spare minute, was really wiping down her hair with some kind of, what? Some of her spare clothes? The scrap of cloth that got torn off? I don't know. Magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. She never went into the water, she dried off quickly, she changed her uniform. That's right, triangle! I keep pressing X first time. Keep pressing X and being like, oh, derp, a triangle.
It's because she changed her uniform.
Yeah.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
Seems like it. That sounded very much like a "nuh" and not so much like a "nya." Give me your good proper "nya." "Nya" is different than "nuh."
I remember seeing Himiko go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
The towel would have been to, make sure her hair and rest of her body weren't wet. Gotcha. But where did the towel go? Probably stuffed in the staircase as well. Again, that's a "nah." It's not really a "nya." I prefer "nyas" to "nas." Just, that's my personal preference.
Ah! Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
She probably dried them enough.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
Does it? Wait, what? Did she tell you that?
Huh? Like a duck?
That would be odd.
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Ellipses. Yeah, ellipses.
Fine. You win.
Oh, no! No, don't give in, Himiko. You can still insist it's magic. Oh, I kind of wanted to let her dream be real. Oh, well.
It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
But that's also part of the magic. You could at least say that. Come on, don't give in, don't give in. I believe in your magic.
So I was correct.
You were correct.
But that doesn't mean I used them.
What? That's bullshit. Oh, you're gonna say that Monokuma provided them, but you didn't use them because you used real magic? So, I guess you're not still giving in? Still not giving in.
I didn't need them, because I used my magic.
Well, you can't fault her for not being stubborn?
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
What if she was? How would that make you feel?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yeah, no need to badger her when we understand it. Let her have her dream.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body?
If it was Himiko, she could have just easily hidden him in the stairs, but if it wasn't, probably in the piranha tank.
From our discussion earlier, his body could have been in the space inside the staircase.
That only works, though, if, either A, if Himiko's the culprit, or B, she actually used real magic, which I don't think the actual culprit could have predicted, unless they saw Himiko using real magic, but that's a discussion for lunacy's sake.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
Indeed, so we gotta figure out real quick where, Elsa could have been hidden, or Himiko is number one.
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
I think it'd be only kinky if he wasn't dead.
That seems unlikely. There isn't enough space for 2 people to fit in there.
They're both very small people, though.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there.
And it's not like she could have exchanged them, because we have an account from Gonta that says that Ryoma wasn't in that tank until, you know, he didn't notice when he appeared, which increases the likelihood that, you know, he wasn't still hiding in those stairs.
Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank.
No, she couldn't have, at least if Gonta is to be believed.
At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way, she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is? I think that explains how Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Nope, that's wrong.
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Yeah, Anji really is pushing for that more than, she says it's the act of God, but I don't know. Her being the killer would be too obvious, wouldn't it? I don't know.
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Yeah, like you're being so buddy-buddy with Himiko, and now you're assuming she's the killer. It's just, it's so obvious, and yet at the same time, if she's not the killer, why is she being such a bitchy bitch? Maybe Atua really did tell her that it was Himiko, and Atua was lying? No. Unless Atua told her to say it was Himiko, but Atua actually told her, don't worry, it's not Himiko, but you should say it's Himiko to get to the truth. Or something complicated like that. Are we gonna have another one of those, pick a side debates? Because that was fun.
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
Aw, you admitted it. You admitted Himiko was closer to Anji than you.
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
At least she'll still have Himiko, who is a devotee now. That'll be a plus, right?
Are you okay with that, Tenko?
I'm totally fine with that.
Whoa! That's a pretty ballsy statement. What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything.
You know, I don't like you that much, but, No, I just don't like you that much. That's kind of a ballsy statement, but it's not. It doesn't really. Doesn't really help her character. If anything, that adds to. I don't know. I don't know. You could, depending on how you read into what she's saying, you can find that to either be courageous and good of her, or just plain stupid. Ellipses.
I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die.
Reminds me of the Kyo and Kiyotaka and what is it? What's his name? Mondo. Their relationship. How like he just, even when it was confirmed Mondo was, you know, the culprit, you know, he voted for someone else, and I get that, but part of the reason I get that is because I really feel like Taka and Mondo actually legitimately, clearly, really bonded. Whereas it just seems like Tenko has stalker syndrome. This would be similar to Fukawa, in my opinion, saying, no way, it can't be Byakuya because of yada yada yada. And I'd probably give her shit for that too, so, yeah. Actually, no, because I don't think Fukawa would really do that, because, I mean, Byakuya... No, you know what it would be? Fukawa would say, it can't be Byakuya, because if it was Byakuya, he'd be smart enough to know how to make you think it wasn't him, or something.
So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko!
Yeah, I'd like her more if, I'd like Tenko more if they actually seem to have a... This might be what develops them into having a real, you know, not stalker-read relationship.
The only one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out
No
the body
tank.
hidden in the stairs and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
I didn't do it, I
Oh,
swear.
Gonta.
Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist! She's not lying! She's not a con artist, and she doesn't have donkey lips!
That's the part that matters the most, the donkey lift. Is it possible that Himiko and Ryoma switch places? No, it is not possible. Okay, so it's Gonta's account, right? During the magic show, when the time... Yeah, no one was in the tank. Okay, but which statement do I do this to? It seemed like there was a couple options.
And who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs.
So what's
simply
Kokichi say?
switched places with it.
What does Kokichi say?
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It occurred in the middle of the show, when it was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
Oh, it's this one.
That's wrong!
That counted? I thought that would have been blocked by the light noise. Light noise isn't very effective, I guess.
Someone did see inside the tank. It was Gonta.
I will say, it seemed like there was a few different statements where that could have worked, honestly. So, I'm not sure if they all worked or if that was just the most correct choice. I mean, I happened to pick the right one. That one seemed the most correct, but a few of those statements seemed like they should have worked. Anyway.
Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above. Isn't that right, Gonta?
Yeah, Gonta saw down into tank, but saw no one in there.
You didn't even see the saw?
No one was in there?
Of course you didn't see the saw. I guess the saw was back in the magic room. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that clue very good, you derp!
No, that's actually a great clue. Because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull him out before she went inside.
Do we know this? Do we really know there wasn't much space in that staircase? No one really thoroughly inspected that, did they? There could be a lot of room in there, I'm just saying. For all we know.
There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them.
There might have been. They're both small people.
But that means if the tank was empty when Gonta looked,
Like, we're just assuming that there's that triangle of space in between. See that triangle of space there? The stairs might have a whole opening that they could stand in, you see, in that empty triangle. Like, how do I show this? If this was the Vita, I could show with, like, a cursor pointer. But you see what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The triangle of space between the tank and the stairs. That could be filled in. That could be room for them to stand in, for all we know. We don't know.
Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
It could have been, as far as we know. Just saying.
What if they squeezed into that space with Ryoma's body to avoid getting caught?
Why would he do that, though? She would have no reason to think anyone would try to look into the tank. And there'd be, even if someone did look into the tank and saw Ryoma's body, I mean, would that really matter? I don't know. There's no reason to not just do the switch. There's just nothing really gained by not pulling Ryoma's bodies out. You gotta think from a different perspective, is what I'm saying, Neil.
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point.
Yeah.
For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
And even if Gonta suddenly did that, I mean, what does it matter? What would it matter if he had seen Ryoma's body? How would that have hurt her case at that point? It really wouldn't have.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then, Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Indeed it was not.
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
With what? What would you use to cut them? Out of curiosity. Your fingernails? Do you have scissors on you? Like a certain genocider? Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase. It was with the piranhas! It was with the things that would eventually eat him. Now is the piranha tank gonna be there again? Yes, it is.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
That's true.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
No.
Impossible. You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
Yes.
No way!
That exactly.
If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Oh, interesting. Why was he not eaten by the piranhas even though he was in the same tank? Wait, we're already jumping to that conclusion? I mean, yeah, I kind of figured that out, but it's like, we're jumping a step here, aren't we? I mean, I figured that out already, pretty much. I was struggling to figure out the rope, probably. The rope was tied around him, I guess, but... What? Feels like we're leaping in logic. Why was he not eaten by the piranhas even though he was in the same tank? Again, we haven't even figured out that he was in the piranha tank yet, and we're already jumping to that? One piece of evidence at the crime scene that might explain it. Yeah, what is this? I feel like my whole deduction that he was probably in the piranha tank is just being skipped over, like, oh, that's obvious, let's just skip to the next point. Really? When I finally figure something out and I think I'm clever about it, you don't even let me point it out, yet you force me to jump to the next step? Fuck you, game! That's the part I didn't figure out yet.
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
What does this say exactly? That had the piranhas inside. It was kept in the Ultimate Magician's lab and was carried over by Kaito. During the magic show, it was hung over the wire using the control panel. Only the front side was made out of glass, the other sides were made of wood.
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about
Square glass plane? Other bits of glass were shattered.
behind the curtain?
Scratched handcuffs. Locked handcuffs that were on the water. Since it was made out of stainless steel, it was difficult to leave any marks. Seems to have been taken. I'm really not sure where they're going with
enter
this.
the tank from there. Then it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body was in the tank all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You need that off.
And what of the tank
That's
containing the
interesting. It switched from white to blue partway through.
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
This is so wrong. It's like, I want to present the piranha tank, but basically they're saying, no, don't present the piranha tank. We already know it's the piranha tank. Even though they only kind of figured it out partway through this. I don't like this. I figured something out and then they just skip the deduction. If that's the case, how about you skip a bunch more deductions that I've already figured out? Gosh, dang it. This bugs me. Why was he not eaten by the piranha? See? I don't like this. I don't like this because this is the part I already figured out and they skipped it. And now the part I didn't figure out, they're forcing me to figure out. And I don't know. I really don't. There's one piece of evidence that, no, really? I don't know what it is. The
Where
plane?
were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really a
Square glass plane? Pane? I don't get it. The other bits of glass were shattered, but that pane... I don't know.
the stairs, was it?
After all,
Might have to
there was
start
only
guessing.
enough space for Himiko.
That's not gonna matter.
Well, how
If there was a tank from there,
I don't
then
think so.
it would be plausible.
Or maybe the body in the tank all along.
No.
See it.
You need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
Visual effects.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
Yeah.
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated...
I guess? Fuck.
I agree.
That's right? What?
Keel's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So they finally let us figure out that it was the piranhas, but... I wouldn't mind us figuring out it was the piranhas in a roundabout way like that if it wasn't for his post-monologue. His post-monologue pretty much confirms that it was the piranha tank, and so pretty much confirms that whatever we're objecting to or objecting with, it has to be related to one of those later statements, specifically Correcchio's. It gives away that answer. It gives away that it's on that statement, and so then pretty much it's just a matter of process of elimination of what could possibly be used to separate them. And so I just went with square glass plane, even though I don't get why at all. That's literally the only thing I could think of that would work, though, as a separator in some conceivable way that you found at the crime scene, but I don't get it. And that's bad design? Yeah, I'm gonna say that's bad design. Again, don't get me wrong. Figuring it out, it's the piranha tank in a roundabout way, as if, like, agreeing with someone, as opposed to presenting the piranha tank to somebody else, I'm fine with that. But that inner monologue really ruined it. That inner monologue gave away that it was going to that statement, and there's only one thing in our evidence that they let us choose that really could have worked at all. And I don't know at all how it works, but it's the only thing that could have potentially worked, so... That's bad logicking. That's very bad logicking. Whatever.
This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
I don't know how it was accomplished, but sure, explain, please.
Just as I thought.
Because you're the killer, question mark.
Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank.
Oh. I guess. I didn't figure that out, though. I had not figured that out in the slightest. I was not even aware that the glass pane was that big. It's that big? I was not aware that it would... No, it's not that big. Where is it? Glass pane. Fuck, where... Square... you see, based on this, I have no way of knowing how big it is. I assumed it was kind of small. I did not realize it was that big. So that's some more bad logicking. Bad conveyance. But yeah. Yeah, that's kind of silly. I mean, I get it. It makes sense the way they're presenting it, but the way we had to point it out with the inner monologue was not... wasn't smarticle.
It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
Yeah, something I felt smart about figuring out in advance, honestly. But the way they presented it was just not good.
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas?
Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
What did you know?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall.
Yep.
That's why Gonta sees something no one else could.
What did you see?
When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Yeah, I thought I kind of saw that too, but I wasn't entirely sure. It was all a blur. Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off, and then... bottom of the spinner tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside. Straight into the water tank Himiko is swimming in. Huh? Huh?
You know, now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank on the bottom is made completely out of glass, correct? You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
You can if the sides other than the front one are made out of wood.
Even in murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
If all the sides were glass.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
You mean the wood?
A certain something?
The wood, right?
We all agree that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct?
Sure.
Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Yep, yep.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
Also, the piranhas would have to be really fucking squished if that's all the space they got versus before having the whole tank to themselves. I mean, that's really squished. Might have even had to have less of them in there to make it work. Maybe. How was the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank? Because the other sides were wooden. Oh, this stupid thing again. At least now I know what I'm dealing with. Water tank had the... during the night it was hung over. Only the front side's made out of glass. That's all we need to do, right? That's it, right? Expecting to provide us with the explanation. That is the explanation. The wooden sides. You can't see in because of the wooden sides. That's all there is to it. What?
Damn it!
I don't get it. No, I didn't screw up. That is correct. I have stated a correct fact. They could not see in because the other sides were made of wood. There's no way to see in with those wooden sides. What else do you want me to say, game? Excuse me? What exactly was the wood? What? I don't know what you want me to say. I have no idea what they want me to say. I have stated the correct fact. Nothing else should need to be said. I don't know. I'm gonna have to start guessing. I have no idea. I have no choice. I'm gonna have to start fucking guessing. I don't know. This is what I tried last time and that didn't work. Marked window frame? I have no idea, but I'll try it. I have no idea. I'm just guessing until I get something right at this point. Wait, your thought explanation.
I was wrong!
Yay! Oh, this might be game over time. I'm just gonna guess until something's correct. I don't think that would be it. I'll try to be slightly logical. I don't think so. I'm trying to be slightly logical here. Just slightly. I don't know. Wait, that's everything. Shoot. I have no fucking idea. Oh, we're not going to say the piranhas themselves, are we? That would be stupid.
This is it!
Really?
It was the piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
That's so fucking stupid. Okay, I'm sorry. No, that's not okay. The wood was obscuring the body. How could we not see through with the glass tank? That's what they were saying over and over again. How could we not see through if it was a glass tank? Because it's not fully glass. The other sides are made of wood. So of course the piranhas would have been obscuring the body from one side. It's the others, like the front side is being obscured because of the piranhas, obviously. But the other sides are being obscured because of wood. That's what we should really have to point out. The other part is obvious. I think. Fucking. No, I'm mad about that. Fuck you, game.
Huh? The piranhas?
That should go without saying. That's the obvious part, I think. I would think.
That's right. Remember what Angie said during the investigation?
And they gave us literally everything to pick from. That's the worst part. If we at least only had to pick from a few things, then it was a process elimination thing that I might have been able to get it better, but that was dumb. I noticed it right at the show start. Yeah, this should be why we even considered it being in the tank to begin with. We shouldn't be doing this the other way around. I feel like there are more piranhas today than yesterday we were preparing. Well, yeah, because they were more squished in. That should have been what led us to even think that it was in the tank to begin with. But we're doing this in the reverse order that you would normally do logic in.
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
No, we've just explained that they... You're a derp. You're a derp, Miyu! I like you, but I see your Ahoga hair now, so I guess it makes sense.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right?
Duh, that's something we already agreed on, right? You even said at the beginning of the statement that's something we already agreed on, so why do we need to come back to this? As if it's something we haven't proven yet.
The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
Duh!
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
No shit.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
And also impossible to see it from the other sides because of the wood, which you... No, I'm not okay with that. If that wasn't a piece of evidence we could have presented in that moment, then I might have been okay with it. But no, they let us choose from everything. Fuck that shit.
That glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank.
Oh. Really now? That's interesting news.
It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
Fuck you, Kokichi, I think it's useful.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful! Sure, the lid looks a little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
Wait a second. I'm a little confused now. So, that glass pane was the lid from the piranha tank. I thought the piranha tank didn't have a lid. Unless this is a different tank we're talking about. If we go into our evidence, I'm a little confused now. Piranha tank. But this isn't the tank they're normally stored in? Because it says in there that... Where is it? Looked like there was no lid from the start. Yeah, there was no lid from the start. And yet apparently the glass pane used was the lid? Not the lid of this tank, because this is saying there's no lid. Consistency game. Where's your consistency? Ah.
This much evidence, it seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
And we're just gonna ignore the fact that the other sides are made of wood? What, is that the thing that's obvious and doesn't need stating? I would think someone would be stupid enough to not realize that.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Why? There's still plenty of reasons to suspect her, but there's also reason to suspect other people.
Yeah, really?
Fortunately, no.
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
Sure you could've.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Indeed.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Isn't Atua the one that told you that Himiko's suspicious? You fucking fuck. Is it all part of the greater plan because of God Mumbo Jumbo?
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
No, I kind of agree more with Anji in this particular instant. If it seems like, you know, someone you know is obviously suspicious, then don't ignore what's right in front of you. Focus on that to figure out why they're not suspicious. Also, I'm moving the right stick around right now. I've never really done this before. That's fun. Woo! Okay.
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
This is fun. I'm gonna do this some more. Okay, sorry. Not all the time.
What a petty-ass god!
No, it's okay. We shouldn't be mad at Angie.
Or Atua.
We should be mad at this class trial. At this killing game.
That's probably gonna bug some people. It's just kind of funny because I just discovered it. Hey Kaede, how you doing? I'm doing fine.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
Yes! Oh, that's great.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
He's even a handsome god. Oh, this whole dynamic, I love it.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunk out of Tard School or something?
No, I think if he had succeeded at Tard School, then he'd be that dumb. If he flunked out at Tard School, it would have mean he's bad at being a Tard, which means he would have been kind of smart, I would think.
Nuh-uh. Not everyone. We can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Alibi schmalibi. We don't know when he was drowned, so no one has an alibi.
Eh? What alibi?
Okay, well I guess we know he was killed roughly at some point after 8 o'clock at night, I suppose. But nobody has an alibi for the full time from 8 o'clock at night till when we woke up in the morning. He could have been drowned at any time, I guess. I guess you can argue it couldn't have been during the nighttime, but it could have been just after everyone woke up. He could have been drowned in the pool while, you know, Anji and Himiko were over in the gym. It's possible, I think.
I guess I should have known a dumb whore pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Oh! The backfire.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
But you're not denying the whore part?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake. The body was hidden in the piranha tank.
Alright, she's not denying the whore part. Bow chicka bow, but wait. But that means, I can live with it.
But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
It's not really limited time. We don't know when he died. It's unlimited time, you could say. Ichi brings up a valid point. Does he? What exactly has he been saying? Nothing. Nothing at all. There's only one time the culprit could have set up the scene. No, there are plenty of times, actually, but go for it. I'll humor you. Only one time. I disagree, but sure. Before the show this morning, it's not impossible. Not during nighttime. As far as I'm concerned, both of these are possible, but I think they want to say it. I think this is what they want me to say, so I'll say it. You jerk.
That's it.
It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
I don't agree. I think it definitely could have been done this morning, really early this morning. Okay, actually, wait. Maybe it couldn't have. Because Anji and Himiko were waiting out at the gym the whole time, and as soon as it opened, they went in. If that's the case, for someone to have sneaked Ryoma's body into the piranha tank, they would have had to do it before Himiko could have noticed. And since they were waiting there and got there first thing in the morning, that does actually narrow down the time. That's true. That's true. That's true. Technically, I still think it's possible somebody could have hidden the tank. Maybe just before Himiko arrived? I don't know. It would have been tricky. Alright, though. I'll say for all intents and purposes, sure, it had to be during the night. Before the night. You know what I mean.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
I mean, theoretically, I think he could have been drowned at any time. Well, no. But it was being placed in the piranha tank that really narrows it down. Because Himiko and Anji were in the gym stat. Unless somebody actually used the window, climbed through the window, got to the pool early, because there's no restrictions on going to the pool. Because if they're allowed to go into the gym through that window before, you know, Anji and Himiko got in there, then it's still possible Ryoma was drowned in the morning. Just saying, if we're going to go with, you know, slight possibilities.
Oh, wait. How do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
They think they know. They don't know for sure. They only think they know for sure,
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination.
Don't you talk to me about the process of elimination. This game has so many problems when it comes to... This series is so bad when it comes to the Poe. The Poe. Not as bad as Ace Attorney, I'd say, but man, the frickin' Poe strikes again.
Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Bitchlet? You combine bitch and piglet. That's actually smart. Good on you. And I also enjoy that you're playing into everybody else's quirks. You're rolling with their punches.
A bitchlet!
And she likes it. I don't ship that. That's too naughty.
First, the gym was closed during nighttime, so no one could have entered.
At least they couldn't have entered for the gym. We still don't have the specifics on if someone could have went into the pool, which was open during nighttime, they just couldn't go in the water, and then snuck in through the window into the gym. Like, is that allowed, or is it... Because that's the difference. Are you not allowed to, or are they preventing you from? Because not being allowed to go somewhere and being prevented from going somewhere are two different things.
Because if you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
Okay, so are we getting confirmation here? You're just not allowed to. Because that's huge.
You talking about my butthole?
No, she means the alarm!
Right. So there is an alarm. Okay, that's different. So that actually does narrow down the time then. Now we know for sure it was before nighttime. Assuming they're telling the truth.
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible.
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Indeed.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday.
Indeed. Damn, I'm really starting to suspect Kurumi now. You know what the problem is? Korekiyo is at the fucking insect meet and greet. That's the problem. I think that gives him an alibi, I think. I don't know. Fuck.
Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
You know you like it. Oh, does she like it? Maybe she shouldn't like it.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday?
Seems likely. Honestly, that's kind of biting them in the butt right now. Because, it hurts them as far as alibis are concerned. I think she has an alibi because she was chasing, Kokichi, but I'm not sure.
Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
Roughly.
I still don't really get it, though. Can we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
Well, as far as we know, he was alive after 8-ish, right? How long were we in that insect meet and greet? Let me double check that. Meet and greet. Wait, where is it? Am I stupid? Oh, there it is. Okay, I passed it by. The night before, Shuichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate... Himiko and Anji were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9. So it's still possible Himiko and Anji could be the killers, since they weren't brought in until 9 o'clock. And the last time Ryoma was seen was, I believe, about 8. Yeah, that's when they were brought in. So Himiko and Anji are still possible suspects. But everyone in here at the moment should be in the clear, I think. which means Korekio's in the clear, which... Really? Interesting. That's a lot of the guys in the clear, to be honest. Wow. That's like just about all of them, except for Kaito. I really don't think they're going to say Kaito's the killer, but I mean, it would play into the freaking inner monologue. Right, and then he wasn't there from 9 to 11. But, we also have, where is it? His alibi. That says from 9 to 10, he was, with Karumi. And then there was... And once you reach 10 o'clock, that's it. That's nighttime. You're locked out by that point. Which I think means Karumi's in the clear? No, because Karumi could have done it from 8 to 9. It does mean Kokichi's fully in the clear, though. I think, assuming her account is true. It narrows down the suspect list, but... I don't know, it's like, I don't think it's Kaito. It could be Karumi, I don't want it to be Karumi. It could be Anji, but I think that's too obvious. I don't know. It could still technically be Himiko. Other than that, that's just Miyu, who was walking around naked. I guess you could say it was Miyu because she forced herself to reveal her boobies to Gonta because she knew she couldn't be trapped because she had to be busy killing Ryoma? I don't know. I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. Oh, what is this? What's the question? What? What clues help determine when Ryoma was killed? Oh, somebody's account. Oh, these ones. Miyu also saw Ryoma 30 minutes before that. Yeah.
This is it! If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes. Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
Except for the killer, of course.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
8 o'clock.
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so...
Poor Gonta, he's standing between two dead people. That's always the saddest thing. That reminds me of, I think, what was it? Ishimaru, I believe, ended up having to stand between, Sayaka and Leon, did he? I remember Ishimaru being, it was really awkward because he was between two dead people, I think. I don't know.
Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began...
Oh, no, I think Ishimaru was between Sayaka and Junko. That was it, I think. Anyways.
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Indeed.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
There are a few candidates, though you're not one of them, which... so much for my theory.
Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
Maybe that's what you wanted us to think. Maybe you got detained by Gonta on purpose to give yourself an alibi or something, somehow. I don't know.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, Miyu, and also Maki.
And there's also Anji and Himiko. They weren't there for the first hour. Can't forget that.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
That's pretty big of you if you are the killer. And there's a lot of stuff pointing towards you, although it's not... I will say this. We haven't gone into anything like, oh, we found this substance that might have been laced into his tea or something. If we found that, you'd be a lot more suspicious, but we didn't. So I don't think we're going for that angle. Even though I have no idea how anyone could have surprised Ryoma with his flash step and got him to drown if they weren't, lacing his tea or something, but we haven't brought that up yet, and we haven't found any evidence suggesting it, so it makes you less suspicious.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
But not for all of that time, right?
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Oh?
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
Because she's being truthful. I think it's good of her. Unless a person would try to lie and we'd have to force it out of them anyways, and then they'd look guilty and we'd all start pinning the crime on them anyways for trying to hide it. She's doing the smart thing, really.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym.
No, it's not. Not if she was, if she's admitting it, then I don't think it's very suspicious at all.
I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
You're starting to become suspicious saying it that way. Also, note that nobody pointed out that Anji and Himiko are still suspicious because they have no alibi from 8 to 9. Unless they were with each other the whole time. If they were, then it's pretty unlikely Anji slipped away. But we don't know that. We haven't really talked to them about that yet.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise!
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
If only you didn't flash your titties.
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
You were watching the magic show, you liar!
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
Also, Angie and Himiko, someone at least bring that up, please, because if not, then either A, I'm going to be mad for you never bringing it up when it's a possibility, or B, it means you're obviously leading to our Anji being the culprit and nobody's thinking about that. Also, there hasn't even been a second half of the trial yet. Maybe there's not going to be a second half? I don't know. Feels like we're really getting down to it, though.
I was in my research lab the whole time.
You know what?
I didn't go to the gym.
You know what I might prefer? If they did, because this is not at all how they did in Danganronpa 2, but I might prefer it if... No, it doesn't work that way, though. That's the thing. I'd say I prefer it if, in the first half we figure it out, and the second half we really, prove it's them. But proving means nothing in this game. Like Ace Attorney, you can have whole segments of just cornering the killer, even when you know who it is. Because it's all about, you have to do it, with proof, and you have to be do it with laws and shit. But in this game, laws mean nothing. If you figured out who it is, it doesn't matter if you've proved it or not. You don't get to have any crazy confessions and then, confrontations to the killer. Not generally, which is kind of a shame, but that's why they can't really do it that way. But anyways, that's a tangent.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
Ellipses.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
Hey, fuck you. I have a slight goatee, but that's because I'm kind of a bit too lazy to shave a lot of it.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
I can kind of see that, just a little bit.
Anyway, among those 4, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
But none of them have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Who?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
That's true, he has been helping, but he's been more using his muscle than his brain.
Oh wait, I remember now. I do have an alibi.
What, because you were seen naked by Kokichi?
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
Time for mass panic thingamadooger.
I'm
No way
not
I'm the culprit!
Notice that Maki's not involved in this, but okay. Mass panic debate is gonna start. That's what you're thinking, right? Oh, you're exactly correct, buddy. Let me give you another tutorial first. Oh, what? Mass panic debate this time around will have loud voice dialogue. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, game. You brought that up last time and it never happened, and it threw me off. So, I don't know. Or did you only bring that up in the demo? I don't know. Don't bring something up if you're not going to actually have it occur until the next one, but whatever. It's when one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice. And I guess Kaito's going to be the one. No! My own room! That blocks at everyone's arguments. Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. And I see another weak spot with what Kibo is saying. Oh no, what do I do then? That's what you're thinking, right? Luckily, it's just like white noise. Shut him up with the X button silencer. After that, all the arguments will be audible again. Then you just shoot the truth bullets at the weak spot. You know the drill. Thank you for your understanding. Okay, let's understand this clusterfuck. What are our options?
I was running away from Gonta!
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
Kokichi's account. Immediately after Kokichi left the ultimate. Let's start with this one.
When I was running from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in the
others
girls'
were with me.
bathroom.
things got a little heated if catch
Until
my
they
drift.
left with
Nothing down
Gonta.
pervert.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before
Before 9
nighttime, I got tired and fell
I
asleep.
didn't run
Did
into
you
anyone.
really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
Gotcha. That's the whole thing? Alright, I think I figured it out. There's only a couple weak spots in there. I think it's the thing Kibo said at the end there. I mean, it's pretty obvious, all things considered, but Mew. You need to sort everyone's statements just like Kaede did. Yeah, I think I get it. I think it's what Kibo's saying, and I have to use Kokichi's account to prove that she wasn't staying in the gym, at least for part of it. Oh man, there's so much going on. I want to listen to everything, but that would take too long. I'll just listen to it all in editing. So I'm gonna just go to Kibo's account. You need to calm down, focus on one at a time.
I was running away from Gonta. Girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated if catch my
Until they
drift.
left with
Nothing down
Gonta.
pervert.
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell
I
asleep.
didn't run
Did
into
you
anyone.
really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
Alright,
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own
Shut
room.
up! Wait. Do I have to keep... Ugh!
I heard it!
Oh, that doesn't count as a V? Fuck. I thought I got the V. Damn it. First V I missed, I think, this trial.
No, I think Kirumi is telling the truth. Kokichi's story proves it.
I will say, though, that I haven't got game over yet, even though I got like 4 when I was playing as Kaede. I guess that proves Shuichi is best main character? I don't know. Although I got a couple. No, that's not true. I got like 2 or 3 as Kaede and at least 1 as Shuichi. Anyways, right when I got to the entrance hall, Kurumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. She just kept talking, and finally we go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. A whole hour. Well, only the first half was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half. You're it.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Indeed. That still leaves her without an alibi for the first hour, though. Which is the same hour that Himiko and Anji don't have an alibi for, so, you know, just saying.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi.
Okay, so if Himiko and Anji were in the gym from 8 till 9, and they were together, that does probably give each other an alibi, probably, though I think Anji might have still done it, maybe. But assuming they give each other an alibi, that means the murder had to have happened between 9 and 10, and if that's the case, that narrows down the suspect list, because it can't be Kurumi in that case, which is nice, which means it's Kaito, Maki, or Miyu. I mean, that makes me just go to, like, Miyu, because it can't be Kaito, but then Kaito, because it can't be Kaito, but it could be Kaito, but it can't be Kaito. I don't think it's gonna be Maki.
I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
Wait, how do you know that?
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? No, we're talking about... Wait. Yeah, you ran into Kurumi. You don't know that she stayed there 5 minutes till 9 o'clock, you're just guessing. Anyways.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
He could even be telling a lie right now.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Meatbags.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes.
I mean, for the ultimate maid, I could see it, but it's unlikely.
Transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him.
I will say, I'm remembering this one point in Inception. I won't give away the details in case anyone cares, but there's a thing where it's like, okay, so we have this many seconds, they have that many seconds, and that guy has like 5 minutes. And in like 5 minutes, he wound up doing like, he ended up fighting a guy, he ended up like moving everyone to an elevator, and it was like, there's no way you could do all that in 5 minutes. But I don't know, that's just what I thought of when I thought of 5 minutes. Anyways.
All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie.
Wait, I'm sorry, what? I suppose, that's true. Yeah.
Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
Oh, yeah, I guess it's true. It's unlikely you would have known about it beforehand. So what does that mean? I mean, it's unlikely anyone would have known about it beforehand. Except for Kokichi, but he has an alibi. So, maybe... It must have been spur of the moment. That's what it's more and more seeming like.
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
One of the main things that is pointing to it being spur of the moment is how many people have alibis. I mean, if someone was planning the murder, if it was planned, they probably would have planned it better for a time where not as many people had alibis. If they could.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
Indeed.
The only ones capable of that are the other 3 with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki!
Yep.
Ah, you're including me too?
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Is there?
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
One person can be limited as suspect according to Kokichi. They can? The figure he saw. Would they? Why would they have an alibi? Just because they were naked doesn't mean they couldn't have killed someone. Wasn't that actually a plot point that in Danganronpa 2 someone brought up, wait, you murdered him while you were nude? Or at least you could have done that? Anyways, potentially? Meh. We need to pin down who that was. It was Miyu. Miyu was the one he saw naked, but I don't think Miyu has an alibi just because she was seen naked for a little bit. Let me double check my evidence. I think it's Kokichi who says it. He saw the figure of a girl in lingerie wandering around the courtyard a few times. Yeah. After he went to the dorm and returned... Yeah, he saw him a few times. So that doesn't mean she couldn't have done it. But that's the only thing I can think of as far as alibis go. Key to that fact lies in their statements. Yeah. According to what we saw, the figure Kokichi saw must be Miyu. Who can be eliminated. I don't think this eliminates him as a suspect, but I'll say it.
That's it!
I don't think it eliminates him as a suspect.
Kokichi, you're talking about Mew, right?
Being naked doesn't mean you can't be a killer.
What? Mew?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Not really. It's only a partial one, right?
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something now while Kurumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. Yeah, but, was it the whole time? Like, I thought you only said you saw her a few times. I mean, if it was a few times, she would have been going back and forth to do something. I don't know. If it was the whole time, that's different, but... It's too dark for me to make out who it was. But I saw her walk around for a bit.
A girl walking around half naked?
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Mew?
Well, yeah.
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
You would know, though, if he saw the boobies. So, I mean, it might be Maki, but it definitely couldn't be you.
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Why would you be walking around in women's underwear, man? Come on. I mean, unless you're confessing that you're that kind of person, which if you are, that's fine, but are you? Don't lie.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Mew, without a doubt. Mew and Gonta's statements prove it.
They do? Oh, well. So you finally figured it out. You finally figured out what her secret woman weapon was? Oh, Gonta see Mew, but Gonta's face get red hot, so Gonta no could bring her. Your face got hot? You mean you were hot in her trail, right? No, she was her, what'd she call it? Secret woman weapon, and then... Huh? Oh, well... I had to use my secret weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
But even if he got a small eyeful, why wouldn't she have put her clothes back on after that? Was she too afraid Gonta would come after her again, so she stayed nude? Why would she stay in the courtyard, though? Does she like the cold breeze on her breasts?
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Well, 'cause, I'm
Pretty stacked, so
So?
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Well, sure, but wouldn't you put them on afterwards? Maybe the scaredness outweighed the rationale to put them back on.
that's my story and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches. Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
That's a nice little shot. Now just take off the bra. Actually, okay.
Mew was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling.
Oh, it's not a weird feeling. It's a very normal feeling.
So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
I'm surprised you didn't admit to this earlier on. You seem like the kind of person who would have just said straight up, yeah, I showed him my tits, or, I guess when it's, fully stripped down, that's a little more embarrassing, but, yeah.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
If that's the case again, then why did you not admit it to it earlier, when I was talking to you one-on-one? Eh.
And I mean all the time.
And that's where the whore part comes from.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
That's grody, but I kind of like it.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Mew has an actual alibi.
Kind of. We don't know how much, first of all, I mean, Kokichi could be lying all the time, 24/7, but we don't know how much of that was him actually seeing her the whole time, or only, a couple glimpses.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up.
And then there were 2/3.
We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
You mean, in the Climax manga? Alibis for yesterday has been recorded in the... Oh, geez, that's new. We got a piece of evidence partway into the trial? Has that ever happened in Danganronpa before? I mean, I don't mind, it's fine, but I don't remember it happening.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
No, this is too easy. I'm thinking it means it's gonna go towards Anji, but I don't know. Is that just... Yeah, okay. Shuichi, Kyo, Tsumugi, and Tenko were forced to gather in the... Kokichi was in the ultimate until 9. Kurumi was in it... I see. So it just added them in. It adds in Himiko, Anji, and... Okay. So we know that Anji couldn't have, slipped away and done it secretly later? I don't know. This seems a little suspicious. Also, why is Maki not there? Sorry, not Maki. Why is, Miyu not there? Miyu should be in that last one, shouldn't she? Bah. Yeah, Miu should be in that last one. That kind of ruins the point. Anyways.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
Oh gosh. This is gonna be awkward because Kaito said that I believe in Maki. And Maki like, I remember, I could tell. She felt a little tsundere for that, like, aw, you're sweet. And now they're gonna think it might be each other, and that's just awkward.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Ellipses. 2 prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. Something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. But you probably shouldn't accuse Maki just because of the process of elimination. I mean, I accuse people because of that all the time, but as a real detective, you shouldn't do that. I want to believe Kaito until he's proven guilty. I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
That sounded ominous. What is it? What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people. And one of those 2 is the culprit, right?
Oh god, what are you suggesting? This sounds silly. Don't do it.
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what's that?
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
It doesn't work like that, though, because they're just going to accuse each other. Well, I don't know, though. Kaito wouldn't want to accuse Maki.
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
But if you know you are the culprit, then you also just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
Maybe that's if all these alibis are completely 100% correct.
To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Oh, well then.
Work harder?
That is actually fun when he puts it like that. It's devious and sinister, but I like it.
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
It might be helpful in some way, though.
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid.
Oh.
You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings?
It's true. One of us has to be the culprit. I mean, it's possible Ryoma suicided, but I don't think so.
If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Even if Ryoma did suicide, somebody would have had to place his body in that tank. He couldn't have done it himself. I think. I don't think he could have done it himself. Could he have? That would have been really hard.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
And I can see you get off to that. Fun. Ellipses.
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the 2 suspects argue against each other.
Increases the chance one of them slips up and says something they shouldn't have, because one of them gets to tell the full truth but the other one has to lie. There's some sense to that.
No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
Props to the voice actor. I think they're doing a great job.
We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction.
Obviously, props to the scriptwriter as well for, writing another fun character, but...
We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works.
What do you know about a true class trial?
Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Context on that I think was a bit off. Shouldn't it be a development like that would liven things up a bit?
Yep, I totes agree.
And then there's the argument, is Kokichi really super trying to help us at this point? He's trying to make it fun on purpose so that Monokuma lets us have as much time as we want. You know, there's always that side of things. Oh, Dracos.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
The point is to make him think we're agreeing with him, you darp.
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
Super hot!
And how do you expect us to start this?
I guess this is the point where we take sides.
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic.
Well, it was your idea, so that's fair. Oh!
Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
And whose motive video is that? Is it just yours? Who is it of?
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
Oh, you fucker! You see? That's why I wanted to ask him about that. Did you... He probably would have lied if we had asked him in this case, but I wanted to ask him, did you see Ryoma's pad there when you took everyone's? But nope, of course I couldn't do that.
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
Sure.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
Which means he can't possibly have Kaito's video on there. If it's Maki, that's gonna make Maki super suspicious.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is...
Imagine it's Kokichi, though. That'd be funny. They'll just be trolling mostly, because we know he can't be the killer, I think.
Because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
Wait, what? Are we saying either Kaito or... So you watched all the videos. That's something else I wanted to ask you, that we didn't ask you.
One of these two had it?
Ellipses! Ellipses? She seems less flustered.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to.
But wait, this is Ryoma's video. This isn't someone else's video of Ryoma, right? Because you're starting to confuse me.
Take a guess, everyone! Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
Well, it can't be Kaito, so it has to be Maki. That's different from the question of who had Ryoma's motive video. Motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito or Maki's? Well, it couldn't be Kaito's, you dark! I should know the Of course you know the answer! I'd like to say neither, but I don't know. It could be Maki. Couldn't it? I'm not sure, but I'll go for it for now.
That's it!
Couldn't I say neither? Do we know?
It was Maki's motive video, right?
I don't think we know for sure that it's Maki's. It could be neither, couldn't it? I mean, until he shows it and proves it. We just know it's not Kaito's.
Wow, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm. And whose video did you have, Kaito?
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
We haven't even seen the video yet, so we have no idea whose video he has. Shouldn't we watch it first? Although, I would think if Maki is super protective of her room, she'd be super protective of her video too, but I don't know.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Oh.
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit!
Oh?
I'm not the culprit. That's for sure.
You basically just played into exactly what he was saying.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
Oh.
Maki isn't the culprit either.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad he said it, so that, you know, we didn't go in circles.
Huh?
Oh?
What?
Uh-oh. See, he believes in her. Like you said earlier. Ah, this is gonna drive Kokichi for a loop.
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit?
I believe it. I just don't know who that means it is, considering everyone seemingly has an alibi at this point.
Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
Maybe you have Maki's video. Wait, or no. If Rima... I don't know. We haven't seen the video yet, so we don't know if Rima had friggin' Maki's. Interesting.
It's just a hunch I've got.
Well, he is nothing if not honest. If he was the criminal, would he really say that? That makes it more likely that Maki is the criminal, though.
Hunch?
I mean, if that's the case, one of the alibis has to be a load of shit, but if it is true that neither him or Maki did it, but I'm not sure which alibi is the load of the shit.
Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
Huh, you don't get it. This isn't just any hunch.
Oh? Oh, let me guess. It's the hunch of the great Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars!
This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars.
I called it.
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
That's saying something.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
Oh, you better believe it. He can and will be.
No, he might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot.
A damned idiot!
A damned idiot? Now that's going too far.
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit.
Maki hasn't said anything about this yet.
There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
That's suspicious, though. I'm guessing you'd have Maki's video then, but then Ryoma couldn't have Maki's video, so... Huh. I mean, Kokichi could definitely be screwing with them saying that it was Maki's video that he had, but since we never saw it, but that seems like the most likely thing, is that Kokichi's screwing with us again, and Kaito actually does have Maki, and Kokichi's just playing on the fact that Maki probably doesn't know who has her video.
You what?
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right?
That sounds like, something a religious person would say, but sure.
Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not.
That's going a little far.
That's the only thing that matters.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Yeah, it's, you still should probably try to convince us a little harder.
Only baseless conjecture.
Although maybe him being the stupid is part of the plan to get us to vote for Maki?
But I totally get where he's coming from, because I want to believe in Himiko too.
Yeah, when Kaito does it, I feel it's a little more genuine. Just a little bit. Wanna believe, huh? I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes.
That said, we wanted to believe in Kaede, but she was still the killer regardless, so... What if we look at it from that point of view? Kaede was the killer, but she was still a good person. Keep that in mind, and that might solve this case as well, maybe.
However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
Baka baka baka.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Well, Gonta would say that.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. Really hurts my feelings.
Well, if you're gonna be an idiot, then prepare to be called one. Oh shit, ellipses. It's true. It's not what a class trial is about. However, you're supposed to think logically. Logically, you can't let your feelings into it. Absurdity, total absurdity. Then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? Did it? It was because you ignored the absurdity that you were willing to point the finger at Kaede, right? Why do you trust me, Kaito? There's also a chance I'm the Oh, that's true. That's true. I believe in you because I want to. Do I need a reason other than that? Yeah. Indeed. You tend to believe in a lot of people, don't you? I'm not sure where this is going. I'm really not sure who they're going to say the culprit is at this point. It's seeming unlikely they're going to just say Maki randomly, based on this. So one of the alibis has to be a load of shit. But which one? What? Isn't that why you believed in Kaede? I mean, sure, I might get betrayed in the end, but... Don't worry about that, I won't be able to believe in the people I want to believe in. You can trust my logic. Maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end, so...
I'll believe in Maki as well.
Okay, believing in someone by extension's a little much. You should decide on who you believe in based on your own beliefs, not on someone else's beliefs. Because I mean, I guess if you did decide on based on other people's beliefs, though, then everyone would believe in everyone, pretty much. Because generally, everyone believes in someone, and if you go out in some weird extension tree, you know, you might find some random loners, but for the most part, nah.
What?
That's our Kaido, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
Because I can't, and you're a...
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either.
Yeah, it's all process of elimination.
I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Yeah, what you're trying to do is make it guilty till proven innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
You mean a good leader?
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training.
So how are you ultimate then? That's silly.
I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
Duh. Ellipses?
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them?
That's true, though. You gotta move the debates forward somehow.
Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspect.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
Oh? Turn what around? Gyakuten?
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me. But that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Oh?
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
Are they new OTP?
What are you trying to say, Maki?
I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever.
What do you know? This could be the deciding factor for the whole case.
So I'll tell you.
What'll you tell me?
Oh, tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
When did you meet? What?
With Ryoma? At nighttime?
That would make some sense because their rooms are near each other. Yeah, so if Ryoma was going to his room to do some crazy shindig, they would have been close to each other. Yeah. Are we saying Ryoma suicided? Okay. Here's what I could see happening. I could see Ryoma trying to do some weird stunt and accidentally killing himself. Like drowning by accident, maybe. But what I can't see is how someone could have gotten him into that fish tank by accident. Whoever did that did it on purpose. Now, I could totally see Kokichi doing that on purpose. But Kokichi has an alibi. He could not have done that if he wanted to. I mean, he couldn't unless he somehow found a way to snuck in without breaking the rules. So, the only other option is Monokuma set it up that way. Monokuma put the body in there to make it an interesting case. Because he's been known to fuck with crime scenes before when it comes to suicides, but... Is that really where we're going? I thought that's where we were going in case 1 and that was wrong, so maybe it is in case 2?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
And was actually at nighttime, after 10 p.m. we mean.
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
Yes, it's what everyone here thought.
But that's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
I can definitely see why Maki would keep that to herself, though, because she could easily be lying about this. But still, good to finally be bringing up the truth. But what does this mean, though? If alibis aren't bullshit, because these are real alibis, it's not like these are bullshit alibis, this just brings the blame ultimately back to Anji, I think. If she had somehow took advantage of Himiko's trust. I don't know. Or Himiko herself. One of them. They were the first ones in the gym in the morning, right? I don't know.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
It's true, though, actually. Maki keeping that to her... I guess the reason Maki kept that to herself was because even if it was down to her and Kaito, she would just put it on Kaito. But after Kaito said that, I guess she wasn't willing to go through that. Yeah.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
It means no one's a suspect, though.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
It does, and that's probably why she didn't want to say anything.
But why did Maki wait until now to mention that?
That's exactly why she waited till now, because it sounds too convenient.
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie.
I don't think so. I think if she was gonna lie, she would tell a lie that was in her favor, not, you know, such an obvious lie. Which, I mean, the lie is in her favor, don't get me wrong, if it is a lie, but it's an obvious lie. If you know what I mean. It's that saying that, you know, if you're gonna lie, tell a lie that's not obvious. And then if we see through that, then you're most likely lying. But, you know, it probably only sounds like an obvious lie because it's a weird truth. Did Maki lie to us? Ellipses. It's true, we don't have all the facts. If she's the killer, it's true that she'd want to throw us off, but if we can't go anywhere with the investigation, we'll ultimately come back to her. I can see her being a liar who would, you know, ultimately go to that extent, but it's... Then that defeats the whole purpose of faith, though. If we do believe in the whole faith thing, then where that leaves us is questioning the alibis. Why would Maki say that now of all times? Ellipses. If I trust her innocence, I shall believe her statement. But should I? Think through it. Let's say you should, then what? Oh, now's the intermission. Jesus, it feels like they've got to be pretty much at the end, right? What's left?
Now then.
It seems the voting is finished. Let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wronged one?
The hell you saying?
Wait a second, what result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Nosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember Monotaro.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, you're right, silly me, I'm so forgetful. Oh, is this gonna play on people forgetting things? Is that what this is gonna be about?
Yeah.
I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh? So are we all being tossed asunder by a small lie? Is that what it is?
Now then.
Let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3. Sure, I'm game.
The hell you
Wait a
saying?
second. We don't know the culprit yet. We don't even know the victim for the next trial. Who killed Rantaro? You're a little behind the times. That was chapter 1's case. How can you be this forgetful? Monodam. Of course, Monodam killed Rantaro. Why did Kaede have to confess that?